Hi, everyone. Hi, not hey, hey. Oh my
I
God,
am
get
almost
ready.
afraid of what is it going to happen right now.
Get ready for a 40-minute podcast, you guys. Hello, happy June. I mean, June's almost done, but like happy heat, happy summer. Summer's here.
Summer is here. When is this podcast coming out, by the way?
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like we're just on time. Like I just got back from vacation, you guys. Like we're just what 5 days before this podcast. It's June 19th and it's coming out June 24th. So yeah.
So fun. So guys, today we're actually, as you're listening to this, if you're listening to this live it was released, we are hosting a summer workshop all about,
Today,
it's like
June
a,
24th, today. So as
yeah,
you're listening to this, be like, oh shit, I need to go watch that or sign up for that.
we'll
It's
put the link in the show notes so you guys can sign up, because what we're going to do is send out the recording after the fact so that you can make sure that you get a listen. But it's just going to be like a 1 hour workshop where we talk all about, not only, we've got two goals this summer, you guys: living our best summer life and our pants are zippering in September. Imagine having both of those things coexist. We've got tips, strategies, tools, and we are going to lay them all out without breathing
yeah,
on today.
can't wait on today. You know what else is happening very soon, you guys? Celine Dion's documentary.
I just saw your thing on Instagram. Well, I'm like, is she going to be okay? Like, not
I am
Celine
not
Dion.
gonna be
Are
able to
you?
breathe. So Mireille texted me. I was like, we need to watch this together. Like there's a lot of history there with
Okay.
Celine Dion. So I think she's gonna come over. I don't know when. I'm gonna like save it to be with her and just like I want to like I thought about watching it alone so that I can just like not breathe the whole time. But I'm like, I feel like I'm now just I feel the feels. And if I feel like crying, I cry in front of people and I'm just gonna cry and just be like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like such an amazing, like what a icon. Like what a life, huh? What a person.
You
Just a
you are obviously going to cry your eyes out because you cry just when she's like singing.
yes, just when she's just alive and present and well. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There's just like this deep respect for her. I just find her such an amaze. Like, wow. Like, holy shit.
When
Like
does it come
Celine
out?
Dion. Tomorrow, June 25th.
Okay.
So I don't know like when I'll watch it and Mireille's gonna come over. I just like or I save it for another day. But she's like, I'll come over on the 25th. That's what she said way back. So we'll see. But I'm like, I need to like check in with her. But I'm gonna wait. I mean, TV's been so good to me right now, like Bridgerton, like such a good series.
Okay. So did you just watch the third season?
Yes, like the
Had
second
you watched the other two, like when they actually came out, or did you watch one, two, three all together?
no. I've been a Bridgerton fan. Like when I found it finally, I wasn't a Bridgerton fan like the people that read the books and like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But no, the season one was the best. That was
Season
when
two was not good.
no, but the actors like so that couple oh my God, I don't even know their names. That they're like, is it Colin? No, Colin's season three. But people are yelling the name right now. That woman is the most gorgeous woman in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, in season two, and they're like back in season three, like they kind of have like a little bit of fun, and their love is so like it's like they're giving us what we didn't get in season two of like sex scenes with them, like they have sex scenes, or they're showing a little bit more um affection towards each other season three, which is not even their season, but it's like they gave us what we wanted. They still like kept it pretty. Oh my God, I love that my mom's like texting me to call daycare to like tell them that my kids aren't that Noah's not going to daycare.
How
um,
come he's not going?
because it's 44 degrees and they have
Okay.
no air conditioning. And I'm like, no, come home. I mean, I'm actually gonna go pick them up early from school. They're just staying inside with no lights, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, just come home, go in the pool.
Okay.
Obviously I'm like the really fun mom right now because I wasn't a mom for 12 days. So
Right.
I'm like, come home, stay with me, be here. Okay, so like they were late at school this morning. Like that's how fun I am.
So fun.
So fun. Okay. Yeah, so they still keep it so like why did they give us that? Like season one, they didn't hold back
Okay.
in the sex scenes. Like
Okay.
c'était bon. And
Mm-hmm.
then, or maybe it's just in my head. I need to watch it again, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But season two, they held too much and people were
Okay.
upset. It's like
Okay.
we were expecting the same level of like uh lust and just, oh, I can't stop thinking about you thing. And then season 3, they were in the middle. So it was still a really good season. Super chill, positive. I hate when there's too much drama or the drama's stupid. Like when
Okay.
I'm like, really, this is the point du bataille that you chose for this season. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there wasn't a lot of drama. And I'm also watching Heartbreak High, which is obviously, you know how I am with my high school shows. Guys, who else is into high school shows like Never Have I Ever?
You're not alone. Like it's a thing.
It's a thing. And let's be real, like these actors are our age. So that's why we're like, man, you are good looking. Know what I mean? Like you are not
Okay.
16.
Okay.
We know that in our hearts.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't
So
know.
TV has been good to you.
TV has been good to me. A lot of good shit happening.
Okay.
I am back in Canada, dans le continent. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna like divide it into 2 parts. Part 1 will just be about like the vacation, and people asked so many questions while I was away. So I'm like, oh, we'll just like talk about just basically like everything I noticed, and I was like, oh my God, so we can just have a conversation because you have traveled way more than me in Europe and shit. So I feel like you'll be like, yes, that's how they live. Um, but I loved going there and being like, holy Mac, like this is how life, like my reality of what life is could have been totally different if I was somewhere else on the planet. You see what I mean?
When I traveled, I feel like what it did for me is gave me the perspective of that, like the way that we live isn't just the only way. Like
Yes.
there's other ways. You're like, oh, okay. It just like opened up my eyes to Are you getting teary-eyed right now?
No, no, I'm not.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
I was like, what is wrong with you?
I'm not, I'm just tired.
Okay.
No, I totally agree. And obviously, knowing me, how much do I love knowing that there's other ways to live your life, Alicia?
Okay, is there part two? Did you say what part two was
Okay,
gonna be?
part 2 will be like more while I was there, and obviously so much time to think and talk and be, there was like a lot of connection to your weight loss, and not your
Okay.
weight loss necessarily like calorie deficit weight loss, but just what we do at your weight loss and how just the benefits of like just the thoughts I had that I'm like, this is related. This would be a good Euro weight loss message. So like all the
Okay.
thoughts that I had, and like while I was having them, I wrote like notes so that I don't forget the moment of like, okay, I had this thought so that I can
Okay.
talk about it.
So
With
that's
the
a
photo.
second podcast.
Yes. I feel
Okay.
like we need for sure a whole podcast about like how Europeans live and just everything that we did. And then we'll do a second part where it's like, okay, these are a few things that I thought about. So this one's just for fun. So if you like to listen about my trip or you followed my trip or you didn't and you want to just hear about it, this is what it's about.
Okay.
I feel like
Where do we start? You were worried about the airplane ride.
Okay, guys. So the longest airplane ride that I've ever been on is 5.5 hours. And that's like going to like Aruba or Barbados, like really far down the Caribbean. And I found that like right long. And every time I'm the type of person that looks at like how long the flights are and just like basically I have 5 hours that I might die. That's how I see it.
Okay.
It's always about crashing. It's not being
Okay.
bored. It's not, oh, no.
I didn't realize that was your connection.
Yes. So when I say, oh shit, there's 9 hour flights, I'm like, that is 9 hours that my life is in danger.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not 9 hours
Mhm.
of sitting and watching shows. I can do that. No.
Yeah, yes.
I can crush shows
Yes.
and not even get up for 9 hours. So
Because
that's totally
you
fine.
don't need to pee because you
I
don't drink
don't need
water.
to be exactly. Oh my God, talking about water. Jeff was just like, fucking drink water. Like we were on
Yes.
our hikes and I was like, I am not thirsty. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand how you're thirsty. Like, I'm not thirsty. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, and I was like dripping. And he was like, if you pass out, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'll feel it when I pass out. It's like, if you wait till you're thirsty, it's too late. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
I mean, I am very convinced that you just walk around every day in a perpetual state of constant dehydration. Like it's not even funny. Like it's the truth. And I've seen you how much you don't drink. I can't even imagine when it's 40 degrees on a hike. I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Anyways, and then he wanted me to bring a water bottle, which means I have to hold it in my hands, and I hate
Yeah.
holding things in my hand.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, absolutely not. But anyways, we found a way for me to like put it in my belt area, just like upside down. And it just like, and I was like, oh, my hands are free. I feel free. But then I barely drank it. But then the next day, so that day we like sweat so much because it was so hot. And then like at supper, I ordered 2 1 liter. I was like, I need more water. And he's like, I'm like, see, now I drink water because now my body's like, oh, if you lost a lot of water today. Anyway, all good. Okay, so yeah, no, the whole point of having like long flights that scares me. It's almost like I don't believe that a plane can stay in the air for that long.
Okay.
But then what makes me feel right comfortable is like I was talking to this other couple and they're like, oh my God, like we did a 15-hour flight. And I was like, oh my God, like a plane can stay in the air for 15 hours. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just find it like, how do they know? And like, I need more details. But yeah, no. So once that was done, so they go, oh. So we land and Jeff was like, okay, I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, zero, right? I was like so excited. Like, what am I going to see with my eyes? Like, so excited. And then there's this little monsieur who's like Cormier, and I'm like, there we go. We follow him, and he brings us into his little car, and he is just, I fucking loved it. He was like at least 75, if not 85. And just me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. Yes, I like it. No phones, like just like he was driving and in it, and he knew where he was going, like no, like so obviously
GPS.
that no GPS, like he was obviously that was his route, like from hotel to airport. And he was the same guy at the end that brought us from our airport to the hotel. So I was like, interesting that I said that's probably his route. Like he does that all the time. So this was an Air Canada vacation, which I didn't know what that meant, but basically they were in charge of our transfers. So this whole like, oh, your driver is waiting for you in the lobby, that was a part of our package. And that was like so fun. Like we didn't know what to expect. We thought like maybe it's like, oh, you have a voucher to go on the bus and the bus is here. Like it explains to you how to whatever. No, it's like the freaking little guy is in our lobby and he's like, Cormier, with his like really nice car, all really well dressed. We're like, hello. It was just like so fun. Felt so fancy, you guys.
Okay.
So zero stress, like going
Yeah.
from one, and we moved like a lot. So it was
Uh-huh.
like that was really fun.
They don't have a lot of like buses because there's no space for buses.
Oh, there's tons of buses though. Like yeah, I know what. Yes, I know
Do
what
you know
you're.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I feel like here it would just be like a big vehicle to take a bunch of people, but I think it's
yeah,
easier for them with their little car. Me, 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 me.
yeah. But yeah, no, they definitely it was something. Yeah, definitely little cars. What I loved was like you could tell that cars aren't a part of like how you shine that you have money. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like clearly like probably the people that have money don't have cars and they're just being like they either like get driven from with drivers or you know what I mean? Like people that live there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're driving in their little Fiat, but like everyone has a Fiat. Not the next part was the freaking scooters. Me. Like, I'm like, so I asked the driver, I'm like, are they allowed to do that? Like, they're like passing you right there. They're going like literally, if there's a little bit of space, we're just gonna use it. And I was like, hello, right, dangereux. Right, dangereux. Like,
Right. Dangereux.
right, dangereux. But I was like, it's they all coexist. Like our drivers, none of our drivers ever got mad at the wheel of like, oh no, but everyone's cutting everyone. And they're like backing up and there's humans. They're like the humans
Yeah.
will move. Like the
Yeah.
humans will move because if not, I'll never have my chance. It's almost like I feel like is their mentality like, oh no, I'm just gonna back up and you're gonna wait. But
Yeah.
like I look at the drivers and they're not upset. They're not upset that the guy just cut them and is backing up and whatever. They're just like waiting. And then they continue. And then another scooter just pops up.
It's like every man for themselves.
Yes. And I
And
asked,
that's what, like, when you said, like, is every time there's a tiny little space, that's literally describes like Europe. Like,
yes.
because there's so many people packed in such a small space that it's like, oh, little space, go.
Yes. And what I loved was that like it's like that's how they do things. Like they again, no one gets upset. Like we're on the highway and we see a motorcycle just go and we're like
Yeah.
upset with them. You know what I mean? We're like,
Yeah.
no, where are they going? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I don't get upset at all. I have zero road
Oh
rage.
yeah, no, yeah. But some people
Feel
definitely do. Yeah. I'm like, do your thing. Like, I
Yes.
don't care. But like, I was like, oh my God. So I asked the driver, I'm like, so do the police, like, they're like, oh, the police would do nothing. Like, they just like, it is what it is. Like, you're on your own. If you die, you die. And you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and, also like young people driving these scooters, like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds. I'm like, how do you like, anyways, as much as the old lady in her satin dress going to work on her scooter. Like, it's just too much. Like, I'm like, what? There's just so many people and they're just doing their thing. And like, there's one time the bus has the blinker to turn and we're behind the bus and there's a scooter and like literally ça fitait la scooter puis c'est tout là. Okay. And the
Yeah.
just like, like I would have been like holding on for dear life. But they just, and like, as the driver, I would have been like, where is that? Like, where are you going? No, they're just like, chill. Oh, this person almost died. And it's fine. Like, almost got smushed by the bus.
Yeah, I know. I
It's very
know.
much every man for themselves. And also, they're like, they're like, stop signs are just like not obligatoire.
And how about like the traffic circles? Like,
Oh, yes.
wow.
I'm like,
Like,
oh, that light
wow.
was green. Our light was green. Both lights are green.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we're just gonna go and you're gonna let me in and no one's gonna be mad. That's the whole point. And also like our driver did honk the horn a couple times, but very calm, like bam, bam. And then the car's like, and there you go. And I'm like, oh my God, is it too much? So that was like very interesting to like see. I'm like, wow, like we're so intense with our rules here.
Yes. And like there's no one around us. Like there's a full like 10, 12 feet around every circle of no one
And
around.
like it's 4 a.m. and the light's red and we're waiting for it to turn
Yeah.
green. You know what I mean? And there's no one there. And these people are like, fuck the red light. Like, there's no,
Yes.
let's go. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just like,
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was
Okay.
cool. I thought that's cool. I like that.
Oh.
Another culture, different culture thing is like, more smoking is definitely more allowed,
Yeah.
which was like a negative for me. Like, that's a part of Canada that I like, that like you can't smoke like while I'm having supper, like you're smoking beside me, like that I
Yeah.
would not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so used to not having that smell and not, but they're definitely smoking on the terrace and they, like, so it's not, they're definitely more smokers there than, and also a lot of vaping, a lot of people like a lot of everyone had a vape in their hands, not everyone, but like there are a lot of people, I was like, oh, a lot of people are vaping.
Okay.
So that's more thing. Less overweight people for sure. Like just like people are not as overweight as like Americans and us. You know what I mean? Like, um,
Tell
less.
us about your hotels. Like,
Okay.
were your hotels good?
Yes. So that's also a part of the package. They choose your hotels. Locations were great, like great locations for sure. And the hotels, like I was very shocked by two things. The size of the button to flush the toilet. I didn't like
Okay.
the bathrooms.
Okay.
I didn't like the toilet situation
Okay.
in Europe. Like every time,
Wow.
it's almost like it's almost like a porta party. I don't know how to say that. No, come. I don't like the like. There's no water, so then like you know what I mean, and then the water comes after. It just seems all not uh sanitary. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Like I didn't like that scene. The button to flush the toilet is literally, I'm not kidding. There's one, c'était comme ça gros, un pied par. And it's just, I'm like, they know that it's just a button. Like you don't need
One
the,
for pee, one for poop.
yeah, no, but like the size of the button, one for pee, one for poop. We have that here that you can just press and it's like this big, this big. And then I went to the lobby. We were the lounge at the airport. They got it. It was just a button.
Hey.
Oh, okay. That they realize that they don't need it to be the size of a page. Literally,
Yeah.
this is the size of the button.
Interesting that that would upset you. I understand the not water thing. It's just because they're
It's
trying to.
not upsetting. It's very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, not upset. No. But I was like, what? Because I was trying to flush the toilet and I was like, where is it? I'm like, Jeff, have you seen the size of the button? Like, he's like, you didn't see where you needed to flush. It's the size
Can't
of the
even
wall.
imagine like you processing all of this with Jeff the whole time. Oh my God.
Everything, just pointing out everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, oh my God, there is
What?
Jeff. Yeah, pocket pics on the lawn.
Porcupine?
Yes, I've never seen one. Like I've never seen one. Look at it, Jeff. Oh my God. It's massive.
We're a little upset you're not showing us. Maybe take your phone so we can post it
Okay,
after.
okay. It's so cool. It's like right big. And he's just walking around. Very cute. I need to show the kids. I was like, what is that animal? I thought it was a dog. And I thought it was gonna shit on our lawn because sometimes they shit on our lawn and they don't clean their poop. And then we go and check the cameras. And one time I went to that house and I said, your dog shit on my lawn and you did not clean it.
You did not do that.
I definitely did. You know how I feel about like you want a dog, cool, do your thing. But do I go and shit on your lawn? Like, absolutely not. So c'est inacceptable.
What did they say?
They just were like, they came and cleaned it because I was not gonna clean it. They came and picked it up. It was like the daughter had gone. I was like, your daughter, your dog pooped on my lawn and I'm not cleaning your dog's poop. Yuck. And when I mow my lawn, what do you want me to do? Go around your
Yeah.
fucking dog's poop? Absolument pas. Je trouve ça irrespectueux. Like, I'm sorry. I just like, I can't. So like, c'est pas mon chien, yuck. Like if it's your dog poops on your lawn, it's like another kid. You know what I mean? Like it's not my dog, like yuck. I don't want your dog's poop on my lawn. What do I do?
That's very ballsy of you. I would not have the guts to do that.
Oh no, I'm very serious about that. I think that's
Okay.
very, yeah, it's
I
very
agree with you 100%.
inacceptable.
I agree with you. I just would not have the balls to
Absolutely.
knock on someone's door and tell them.
Yeah, I definitely did. And then wait, so then it happened again, but it was while we didn't have power. You know that random day we didn't have power for 12 hours. So
Oh,
our
so you
cameras
did
were
have a
working.
camera.
I was like, oh,
Mm.
the mystery. Anyways, okay. So hotels were a great location. Very shocked by the size of the hotel rooms. But clearly our hotels were like very nice hotels. Like you could tell, like very well kept, and like breakfast was included, which was
And
really
were them for the most part, your hotels more like smaller, kind of like not boutique hotels, but not like massive chain hotels?
yeah. I don't think no, none of them were massive chain hotels. However, I didn't really see any chain hotels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Rome one was probably more of a boutique style because it was like right in the middle of like an alley that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it was really nice. Um, The other ones were a little bit bigger, like more like high rise and more like on the street, whereas the other one was more, yeah. No, really happy with our hotels. For sure, the middle one in Sorrento, they definitely had some sort of like that's when my eyes got puffy.
Oh,
So they definitely had like my pillow was probably comme du down because I woke up and my eyes were so like puffy and I was like, okay, I'm allergic to something in this room.
yeah.
And so the next night I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep with the pillow. I'm gonna sleep with just like my sweater and like as my thing, and still woke up right puffy. And then like the next day and the next, so that was the only 2 nights. The next day, next hotel gone, complètement gone. So I was like, there was
Yeah,
something.
some people are allergic to the
Yeah.
like feathers in the
Oui,
pillow.
that's it. I've had so many problems with that. Yeah. I had
Oh,
a jacket from RW. I don't know if you remember those jackets. Wait, do
yes.
you remember those
Yes.
jackets? They were down
Yes.
and my eyes, like my whole face blew up. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, oh, something's happening. There's something in this room. And Jeff was like, he woke up with I'm like, is your throat hurting? He's like, no, like just épais, like a thicker throat. He was like, something's up in this room.
Okay.
Um, but yeah,
So
no,
hotels were good.
hotels were good.
Breakfast included is always nice.
Yeah, that was nice, easy. Lattes and just like, and also the breakfast, like our last hotel was our nicest on Amalfi Coast, and really nice breakfast. So
How
that
did you make out with the coffee? Because it's like real, it's
yeah,
intense.
yeah. So the only thing I like kind of liked was the latte. Now I'm gonna say something you're not gonna agree, but like the sugar, like white sugar packages taste like nothing. Like you guys are lying to yourself if you think that that changes the taste. There's nothing that happens. I would have to put like 20 packages for it to taste like one Splenda.
Well, that's no, I do agree with you because I've seen your
Like what a waste
behavior
of
with
time. What a waste of calories. Like I'm like, it tastes like nothing. If you're if you're looking for sugar, if you want taste, I don't understand it.
Okay, so I don't think it tastes like nothing, but I think to make it taste like you would like it to taste, because not like Splenda is like so sweet. So like
Yeah.
one Splenda would make such a difference compared to
Difference. Yeah.
one sugar.
I literally, I'm like, I really feel like I'm doing nothing, but then I like was like, that can't be because I'm
Okay.
clearly putting something. So I kept putting sugar in it. But yeah, no, a lot. It was so good, but like obviously, I was really excited to like when I drank my coffee this morning. I'm like, there it is. But it was so good. Like you could tell it's like really rich, nice.
Like frothy.
Yeah, vraiment bon, vraiment bon.
Yeah.
Love how they have a lot of pastries for breakfast, which is obviously my style. So I really like that. Okay, so breakfast were included. And okay, so the first 2 days I loved Rome. Vraiment. Someone said that it wasn't as charming, and I was like, I disagree. Very charming city, very like, oh wow, but like, of course, it's not the same as like being waterfront on Amalfi Coast.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, but it still has a charm for sure. Yeah, like the still cobble streets and the little restaurants and
Yeah.
like I really enjoyed Rome. I thought it was really beautiful. We did all the things I would say that like a tourist would do, and I think we did it smart in a way where it wasn't boring and long because we did the guided tours, so we like learned at the same time about the history of where we were and why these places are special and what
So
makes
all the
them.
tours you guys added on, is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah. There's a
Okay.
few tours that were included, like the Capri boat tour, or even just like transfers from like just like the boat to get to Capri was also included, but none of the like Colosseum or Pompeii ruins. Pompeii ruins was included. So like some of them were included in our package, but some of them weren't. So yeah. So some people are like, oh my God, was this all included? I think the guided tours and all these things we would have easily been able to do our like host or not host, but reserve ourselves. I think the best part of the package was the transfers, and the the breakfast included, the suppers included in Amalfi. The suppers were included at our hotel. So when we got tired of eating pizza and pasta for every meal, I was like, oh, I would eat the fish and potato that's offered today included, you know what I mean? And they were really good. Supper was really good. So like after a while, I was like, okay, if we go to another restaurant, I'm just gonna order again Caprese, and you know what I mean? Like
We
it's
saw that.
yeah, all the restaurants were like pretty similar in like what they offered. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so it's all like pizza section, pasta section, and appetizers. Crushed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there like one meal that like really stood out, or did you find it like extra delicious?
So there's one place in Rome where for me, the type of cheese in the caprese salad is the type I like. So there were some cheeses that was like more rubbery, and I was like, oh, I'm like disappointed in this cheese. But that was like basically the first caprese salad I got was the best one. And so after that, it was never like that first one. So when we got back to Rome to like the last night, we went back to Rome. We took a high-speed train from Salerno to Rome. And I was like, Jeff, I would definitely go and eat
To that
that
same
that
restaurant?
meal again. Yeah, that same. And he's like, oh, my supper was so good there. So we went twice. Gigantes, that was the name. And that was recommended by our tour guide, our evening secrets of Rome tour guide. He was really cool. Yeah, it's called the Gladiator Guide, and he only takes reservations like with recommendation, like referrals. Like
Oh,
so
wow.
he doesn't have like a website or anything. You just like send
Okay.
DM. Yeah. Yeah.
So did Jeff drink any red wine? Did Jeff had at least one glass of red
I
wine?
think he had one glass of red wine, but a lot of beer. It was more
Okay.
beer. Yeah. Yeah. He
I
definitely
I
drank.
saw you on the boat with limoncello.
And then they gave us at Gigante's the last night. She's like, oh, this will make you digest whatever. And I was like, I can't fucking do it. Like, it's so, I just like, I hate the taste of alcohol. Like, I'm like, why am I doing this? It burns. And like, it's not good. Like, I can't, I'm like, here, you can finish it. Like, I just can't do it. Or I'll just shot it and just like, well, you're missing the point. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm missing the point, then I don't want
Yeah.
to do this, you know?
Yeah.
The boat tours were my favorite. I really like boat tours, like being on the water, the
That
view.
looked incredible.
That was, yeah, that was amazing. Yeah. So from Amalfi to Positano, Positano was beautiful. We were so happy we thought we were staying in Amalfi, and they changed our hotel because they tell you like you're gonna have a hotel like this one, and
Yeah.
that one was in Amalfi, but our hotel was actually in Maiori. And then Jeff's like, I could complain and we could move to Amalfi. But I'm like, but does it say Amalfi or does it say Amalfi Coast? Because we're still on the Amalfi Coast. And he's like,
Right.
you're right. It says Amalfi Coast. Like there's no promise to being in Amalfi. But so happy we weren't in Amalfi at the end because it's so crowded, so expensive. And
Yeah.
there was no like our hotel in Maiori had like a massive pool area and like we were right on the walkway. You could tell it was a really nice hotel for that area. It's probably like the top one there, like really well, like when you like was like, oh, this is a nice hotel. So I was like, we're basically at the top hotel on Maiori and we have this like really nice walkway, way less busy, way less expensive. I'm like, let's not move. So I like that that was our home base. And it's just they ferry you friggin' c'était facile.
It
Come.
seemed like a really great way to do a trip like that without it feeling like overwhelming.
Yeah, there was like no stress, no fighting, no like, oh, like if there's no like, we weren't like frazzled, is that the word?
Yeah.
Like just very chill and like, I mean, you come out of your hotel room and the guy's like, Cormier, and he just
Yeah.
drives you to your next thing. Like that was so cool. And like, we weren't expecting like the Sorrento to Amalfi Coast Drive. He's like, we're going to stop here. You guys can stay here for an hour. So we stayed an hour
Oh,
and
that's
a half.
nice.
Yeah, he's like, go walk around. You can meet me in 1 hour. So the driver would wait. Like he spent 6 hours with us. And he's like, okay, now we're gonna stop here. This is a very local, whatever. You can shop, whatever. I would have bought
Nice.
so many things if there was like space, but there's like no, know what I mean? Love their love for ceramic and lemons. Just wanted to like redecorate my whole life.
Ceramic and lemons.
So much ceramic, so
Yeah.
many lemons everywhere. I
Yeah.
really
It's
liked it. It's
it's a real
beautiful.
thing.
It's a real thing, huh?
Okay, and did you find that you were on the go like a little bit too much, or
Uh-huh. So
did you feel like it was
2 days in
okay?
Rome, I was like, okay, because we like really packed our days, right? So 2 days in Rome, totally fine. And then Sorrento, 2 days there, and one of them was going to Capri. And then the 4 days in Amalfi, like that was perfect. Vraiment, if we would have added another day, it would have been to just sit at the beach. Like that,
Yeah.
we had done every hike, everything that we had thought of. So it was really, c'était vraiment bien. Weather was beautiful. When we got back, we went to Rome for that last day and it was 35 degrees.
Oh,
And I was really happy that that's not where we were like doing 2 days of guided tours and shit.
yeah.
That, c'était chaud, là, comme
It's hot.
pas de vent, comme pas, like a
Nothing.
breeze. But the first, because we started in Rome, it was like 27 degrees with cloudy skies. So c'était, we did, I mean, there were some hot afternoons for sure, but no, no, c'était, it's like everything went perfect. For fuck's sake.
You
So
crushed your outfits.
I did, huh?
Like you looked gorgeous. You had that one pair of shoes that worked
Yes.
with everything.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No,
bet you were happy you had a carry on because you guys were like on the go a lot.
sample saw, and I would recommend that to everyone. They were right. You guys were right. I should do a carry on. And the big difference is that bag that
Duffel.
comes with it. Yeah. The duffel bag that comes with it. You can fit everything. Don't overthink it. You don't need, especially if you're going, your disc is almost full. I knew it. We're gonna have to like, I got like so many emails while I was away that like your Google Drive is like so full. And I was like, oh, so I have to like delete shit when we're done. I hate that adults. Those are
Oh,
things that I like. Yeah, I
bleh.
hate. Yeah, there should be an infinite amount of space.
Yes.
So much space.
And every password should work.
Yes. No, it was yes, for sure you guys want to do that. And it was like you could definitely fit. You saw all my outfits, like just freaking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, feel like I crushed my look. I like, and I'm glad I Googled it. No one's wearing black Lulus. If you are, you're 16 and you're American. Like you could tell
Yeah.
who was from North America and who like who wasn't, or who had read the you need to be in beige. You don't need
So
to.
are we getting a new wardrobe? What's happening?
I mean, there's for sure a cart. There's a Sheen cart that's
Already ready to go.
ready to go. I needed my credit card. The right credit card. So many credit cards, so many rules.
Mm,
Not the right one. This is the right one. Like it's
yeah.
so hard. And then like I had to change. So all of my places, all of my websites,
So annoying.
so annoying.
Ugh.
And I don't know that number by heart. Obviously, I knew the other one by heart.
Yes.
Want me to buy something? I got this. You know
Got
what I mean?
this.
Got this. Okay. So yeah, no, outfits. I want to change my whole wardrobe. I feel like I'm gonna put more of an effort to like not. I just like love that feel. Like I'm like I see how pretty it is and how like
Yeah.
chic it is and like not everything's tight and like it's just like there's a different vibe going on.
Okay.
Oh, I also like I was like, what should I wear in Capri? So I like Googled what people wear in Capri. I'm like, can I wear a bathing suit? Should I wear a bathing suit? And it was like Italians don't necessarily show all of their body parts at once. If so, you're gonna stand out as a tourist. So as in like if you show your cleavage and your legs and you're like wearing no clothes, like that's not their style. Like they're more like they show one thing at a time. It's like interesting. I also saw that they wear pants and it's like 40 degrees, like white pants or beige
Mhm.
pants. I'm like, how are they wearing pants? I wanted to wear bandanas all the time.
Yes. That
Mm,
looked really cute.
it was really cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pulling that off at one point
Yeah, you are.
in this area.
Yeah.
I need to change my nail colors. Yellow is
That
definitely
she said that to me. We were FaceTime yesterday at the airport and we actually have, I'm pretty sure, the exact same
yeah,
nail
same
color.
color. Yeah.
Which
And
we
we
didn't
didn't
know, which
know.
is,
No.
and I actually have been looking at my nails and looking at how much I love them.
Yes.
And Jose's like, day 3, regretted my nail. Wrong nail color for Europe.
Wrong nail color, wrong trip. This is more Caribbean
Yeah.
last year style. I should have gone like a very light beige or like the color of your shirt.
Yeah.
Just like a very light. So that's what I'm going for next time I'm going. I'm just like taking it all. I'm doing the whole thing.
So
Uh,
will there be a next time? Like, did you like that style? You were,
So like obviously we want to do Europe again. I was like we were just like talking the whole time like what are we doing next year? Like what, and just like I really there's nothing that's going to beat that trip we did to the Turks and Caicos with the plane. Like that's just like that was mind-blowing to me. Like there's nothing that like that feeling. But this was just so beautiful and just again so perfect for Amalo. But I'm like, okay, what would we do? Where would we go next, And I really, it's weather is so important to me. Like I realize that like it needs to be nice. Like if I'm
yeah.
going somewhere and it's rainy and I need to wear a fucking windbreaker, like zero la. I fucking hate windbreak. I fucking hate wind. Okay. So like it needs to be nice. And like, if we go to like Portugal, sometimes it's a little cooler in June. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like I'm not going somewhere where I need to wear a sweater though. Like,
What about Spain?
yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thought about
Did
that.
Jeff have fun? Did Jeff enjoy
Yes,
himself?
yes, Jeff crushed it. It was a beautiful vacation. Like Vrema, yeah, yeah. I was so proud of him. I just like came for the ride and it was like amazing. Know what I mean? Everything was
Yeah.
like planned and I was like, oh, bello, c'est too much. I think
Okay.
he knew more what to expect than me. You know what I mean? Every morning was a surprise. I was like,
Okay.
oh,
Wow.
it's a beautiful day. Okay, so we're gonna have to end it because it's already, yep. And then I'm gonna have to delete shit off my thing. Well, thank you so much for listening, everyone. Go sign up for that summer workshop. The link is here, and we'll see you next week, and we'll continue this conversation. Bye bye.
Bye.